Hey YouTube, Brian LCS with Miles Morales Spider-Man number 14 review. So this is the ongoing gang war storyline that we've seen across ASM and a number of other titles as well, but we're focusing on Miles and ASM. Here is the creative team. Cody Ziegler still writing and Federico Ventini on artwork. And there is the rest of the team. Brian Valenza on colors and Corey Petit letterer. And here is the gang war map where we've seen the New York City and the carved up territories and who's got what. That's kind of been evolving as we go through the story. And so we pick up in the storyline here where we see the group we haven't seen in a while, the enforcers here, and they are working or talking with the Hobgoblin, and we have the Prowler here as well, and so the Hobgoblin is planning some type of, he's up to something, let's put it that way, right? And so then we cut back to Miles and the Daughters of the Dragon, Colleen and Misty Knight. And we see the Scorpion, Gust, and Hightail, who've been kind of, hired to kind of police New York City of superheroes. And so we see this little dust up between these two sides. And, there's been this ongoing thing because the mayor of New York City, Wilson Fisk, or former mayor, had put this order in place. And so this is Starling, who is going to recruit some other heroes to kind of help Miles with everything going on. And then we're back to the Hobgoblin, Enforcers, and Prowler. And we see that they are, putting some type of plan in place and to come after Miles Morales. And then we cut back to the battle here. The kind of dust up between Miles and the Scorpion and that team. And then we see this little cut in with Spider-Man and She-Hulk, who's teamed up in the whole gang war storyline and reaching out for help, but they're basically saying, hey, we've got our hands full over here. And so, the story continues with these two, teams kind of battling back and forth. And then we see that the Prowler and the Enforcers are now out and about looking for Miles as well. And then now they've entered this skirmish here, and we see all of the different characters. And that's one of the things about gang war. There are a ton of characters in the storyline. I mean, I think this book alone has about 20 different characters. So it's been definitely pretty interesting. They're digging pretty deep and bringing in a lot of different characters for the storyline. And we see this fight continue to go on here. And I really just highlighting some of the great artwork that is being done in the Miles book. And in enters the Prowler, and he's dealing with Miles, and Miles is trying to figure out what his uncle is up to. And so there's this this back and forth battle that's going on. And that's what I found with a lot of the gang war, as a lot of the storyline is just action. So it's kind of a quick read. Obviously there's some of the dialogue and there's some finer points that are happening, but for the most part, it's been a big, a big battle, big skirmish that's been going on. And then we see Starling has brought in Miss Marvel and one of the clones. I'm trying to remember his name. I think it's Shift is the clone here, a clone of Miles. And so that's kind of where we leave off. And there is the gang war checklist. Miles Morales 14, overall pretty good. Like I said, kind of a quick read because there's a lot of action going on. It's a little hard to follow because there's so many characters involved. I mentioned that in some of my ASM reviews, that there's just a ton of characters. But when you have a big event, a crossover event like this, that's what happens. So, but overall, this was pretty solid. 5 webhead review. We'll go with a 3, a solid 3. A little bit better than average. Artwork is excellent. Cody Ziegler's been doing a good job on writing the story. Just the thing for me with the Miles storyline so far has been, the Miles story reminds me of a young Peter Parker, all of the things that Peter was dealing with as he was learning to be Spider-Man. And that's Miles is kind of dealing with that. He's got some different stuff, his family dynamic and some of the things dealing with his power set and things like that. But I have really enjoyed it so far. So, but that's what I got for you for issue 14. Let me know down in the comments what you think, if you're reading along with this, or in general, what did you think of the review? I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you for issue 15 soon.